Okie dokie. Difficulty normal. Yep. It's a low. Okie dokie. I am back. Making sure my audio. Okay. We're starting new, so. Let's see. Will you be free in? Oh crap! It is 6 a.m. Did you want to play in an hour and a half? Will you be up then? I was gonna play this for an hour and a half, and then we can switch to that. Or I'm just hoping you're not, hopefully not too tired to play. Ooh. Do you want to play when you wake up or later on today? Because I'll be on all day Sunday. Well, today. Yeah, let's just send me a message on Discord when you're available, and then or on stream if I'm on stream, and I'll get with you and try to figure out what actual time you want to play. Yeah, I don't mind if you're tired or whatever. Like I said, I just need to since I already started this, I wanted to make sure that I finished out with it before I went on switching to a different game. That's what I was trying to do, like an hour and a half. In all honesty, I didn't realize how late it was, or I would have said that game first. Because I've been meaning to get with you and play that. But like I said, my sleep schedule got messed up so bad, I thought it was a lot earlier than what it was. Yeah, I know, but I just don't want you to think I'm like ignoring you or something. That's why I'm really trying to get with you and get playing that. I'm gonna place my base over here. Did you already go watch Beetlejuice? I saw it for I saw it last what was that, last weekend? And it was really good. I know we talked about it a little bit. Yeah, it's really good. I suggested it to a couple of my friends that I usually hang out with, and they all really liked it. And one of the guys a little bit older. He's kind of like almost like a grandpa to me, but he ended up thinking it was better than the first one, and he's like in his 60s, and he thought this one was better than the first one. That's what he said, and I'm like, wow, that's surprising coming from him. Yeah, I've had 4 or 5 friends that went and saw it, and every single one of them said they would highly suggest everybody go watch it. Like, everybody was kind of worried that it wasn't going to be good, which I completely understand. But they all extremely liked it. I don't know, like, I haven't really heard anything bad about it personally. Was it like from friends and family that you heard that? Because I haven't really heard anything too bad about it myself from, like, even, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just you know, everybody has, you know, their opinions and rights to that. So I can't say whether they're wrong or not. So a lot of that has to be made by self-opinion, not other people's opinion. But like I said, all my friends have oh, yeah, I don't know. That's a very subjective thing if you liked it better than the first one. Some people have really good emotional ties to the first one. And they brought back a big majority of all of the characters that they could. And it's really decent story. And the outfits and the costumes and everything that they were using for the actual oh, my inventory's full. For the actual thing was, like, really good. In my opinion, at least. Yeah, that's true. A lot of, I would say a big majority, um, almost all movies are never as good as their first one. And a big piece of that is, yeah, yeah. A big piece of that where people don't like not like the second movie as much as the first one is you saw the first one and your expectations for the first one sets your expectations for what the second one is going to be, and it has to be so like extremely better to be anywhere close to being better than the first one. And so it's always going to be that thing where it's hard to beat that mark because it's everybody liked the first one. Have you watched the Deadpool and Wolverine yet? This is kind of the boring piece of the game, sorry. I'm gonna collect a crap ton of dirt. Yeah, that's I wouldn't be surprised if that wins movie of the year. In my opinion. Because it's another one of those ones that I haven't met a person that hasn't liked it. That's a good one. I can get with that one. That's a really good one. Okay, now that we got that flattened out, because I think, yeah, Halloween's I don't know. I'm trying to think, because Halloween is probably up there with one of my favorite holidays. It's almost tied for first. I don't know. I've always loved Halloween. I never liked dressing up personally myself, but I love like some of the detail and the things that people do with their outfits and everything. I think we're gonna put it. Yeah, my biggest thing is, especially with like art in general, I get like frustrated if it isn't good. If I don't think it's good, it could be like completely perfect, but it's not. It's not like it like frustrates me because I think it's not perfect, but everybody's like, oh, it looks okay, and I'm like, I don't know. I've always had that problem. Yeah. Um, I I don't know. I've always been like that with art in general. Art's always kind of like frustrated me because um it's like I can do it just fine, but it just doesn't. I don't feel like I'm doing it fine. Is my thing. I think I messed this up. Need to be right there. I messed up again. Yeah, I'm the same way. The big thing is I'll like try super hard, and it like because I'm like trying so hard on it, it like frustrates me because I can't do it good. But I'm like, just people are just so talented with like art, and I just like I don't know. It's some of the stuff is pretty amazing. Oh, I actually did that. Perfect. Sweet. Let's come over here. Yeah, I'm the same way. I got pretty bad chicken scratch. That it's sad to admit, sometimes I'm the same way. Yeah, it is. Sometimes I get pretty bad. I'm like, what? Like I'll like write some notes down on like a sticky note because I'm a sticky note person. I don't like leave them out all over the place, but I like using sticky notes because it's good reminders. But it's like I'll like write something down, like a note or something on it, and then I'm like, what was this again? Yeah, I don't know, like, it feels like YouTube was acting up earlier, because... Oh, I, I, that hasn't been too much of a thing for me, but I've like sending things in like different languages to people. So I'll like Google Translate something and then copy and paste it to people. I like doing that. It's kind of funny sometimes to see people's reaction. Yeah, it's kind of funny sometimes. You'll just put something weird and like Google Translator and then just send it to them. Yeah, I kind of experiment. Sometimes I send a little bit of Russian. Sometimes I send like Japanese or Chinese or something. Because that crap looks funny to me. I don't want to judge, but like the letters and everything, I'm like, I can't even tell a difference between some of this crap. And it means something different somehow. It's like confuses the hell out of me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just can't I can't understand any of it. Like I can't see a difference in the writing like at all. It's like there's like a slight difference in like in the like writing of the lane. Oh, okay. I was unsure. I don't know. I never know. So I'm always like trying to be careful. So there's a couple of my friends that are I have a couple Asian friends myself, and oh, that's cool. I think you're probably one of the first people I've talked to that has South Korean in them. Everybody else I've talked to has like it's like Philippine and what was it? Vietnamese. I have some Vietnamese relatives. I am not Vietnamese at all, but I just had some of my family members married into it, and they have some kids. I know this is kind of boring, but I'm just trying to get it somewhat the same level as like over there, and it gives me a crap ton of dirt to start. Yeah, I have some family members that speak some of the different languages from like over in that area, but and it's just because some of them, that's all they speak. I don't know like what it is, but there's like a very big population of Vietnamese people in Missouri, which I never knew like was a thing, but it's apparently like a pretty big pretty big group of them here. Same thing with Samoans. We have a ton of Samoans that live in Missouri. I went to school with like some of them, and it's always like they're always, I don't want to be stereotypical with it, but like a crap ton of them were on the football team, and I'm like, those are not high schoolers. Those are middle schoolers or whatever grade I was in. I'm like, those are fully grown adults. Like, there's no way that's a middle schooler or a high schooler. Yeah, I'm from Missouri. I thought we talked about that one of the first days you were in here. Yeah, I think you said you were from Kentucky. I'm like right next to you. And I'm not on the St. Louis side, but I'm over there. Oh, you're not from Kentucky? I thought you said you were from Kentucky. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got confused. The chat's a little bit there's a little bit of a delay, and so I saw the message and I thought you meant no, you weren't. Yeah, I'm from the west side. I don't want to be too specific, but I'm from the west side of Missouri. West part of the state. Good old Missouri. Oh no, I think when we were talking about it, we were talking about a trip I went on to Tennessee, because I went through Kentucky, and went into Tennessee, and I went through, and I think we were talking about the place you can take the kayak through the cave. You can ride the kayak through the cave. I think we were talking about that, because I went on a trip to the Smoky Mountains, and we stopped at that place on the way. I forget the name off the top of my head. It was a really nice little town that it was at, but it was like towards the south side of the state. I travel I travel quite a bit, so it's like I already have I don't want to be too specific. I already have let's see, I have 3 or 4 trips planned for when I'm out, when they're doing the retooling for the factory. So I got one at the end of the year, and then I got 3 next year, towards the beginning of the year at least. Yeah, I'm like, I've always liked traveling, and I'm not one of those people when they go on a trip, they spend like thousands of dollars. I'll go on a vacation for like, so like I have a 4-day vacation at the end of the year, and I'll go on the trip for like $400, $500. And that'll be like everything, and I'm almost always doing something during that. So, but I also do a lot of fishing and kayaking and a lot of other stuff, and usually that stuff's not too expensive. Yeah, I can, if you're smart about it. Hey, what's up? if you're smart about going on trips, you don't have to like make a trip super expensive. If you can have a crap ton of trips and then never get anywhere near what some people pay for some of their trips. And that's kind of like what I do. I try to have fun, but usually what I'm doing, I never like go extreme with like hotel rooms and stuff like that. So I try to save money where I can to make it so I can do a couple of things that are fun and don't cost a lot of money. Yeah, I've been to I think, what was it? I went to Colorado on, I think I did 4 trips in 1 year to Colorado, and altogether I think it was the hotel rooms were like the killers in Colorado. But I think I spent probably like $600 a trip, $700 a trip, and I went to Colorado like five times. It was insane. I went to Rocky Mountain National Park, and yeah, it gets expensive, and it really depends on when you go on your trip, and if you buy your hotel. A lot of people are on this thing where they'll like buy a hotel room like last minute, but like that's like the biggest mistake, because the price is determined off of how many spots they've had sold, and the if you buy it way ahead of time, you're paying a lot less than what you would if it was closer, because they have so many rooms at the time. Because if they're short on rooms, they start raising their rates. So you just have to be, make sure you plan it out. That's why I already know I'm going on 3 trips, because I plan out all the hotel rooms. I plan out a piece of the trip, because a lot of times especially if you're going to like a national park, like something will happen, and like a piece of the park will be closed for some reason because they're redoing the road or something around the time you're going. And so you can't always like plan out the whole trip, but I plan out enough of it and then try to find a couple things to look at for like filler in between. Yeah, I've been to, another thing is too, I've been to, I think I've been to, maybe, I've been to probably about half the states in the country, is another big thing. So I've kind of been around all the different places and know quite a bit of nice places to travel to. It's another big thing. Yeah, and the gas prices haven't been too bad for me, because I have a pretty fuel efficient car, but a lot of the prices are just absurd for everything. I used to daily drive a diesel truck, and so I'm like, the gas prices when I bought my first car, because I bought a used diesel truck to this is Colony Survival. I bought a used diesel truck so I could start my tree business that I started. And I was paying almost, what was it? I saw on my phone the other day, I sent a picture to someone with like $5 $5.43 diesel costs. And I was like, I don't remember exactly when it was, but I was like, I used to like have to pay like over $130 a week to fill up my truck. So I was like filling up my car is like no big deal. I never complain really about filling up my car. Yep, Colony Survivals is a pretty good game. This is kind of the boring piece, so sorry if it isn't as amusing as you guys might want. So I'm trying to get the area leveled off so I can start placing down the areas for the colonists to start coming in. Yeah, it will, I'm hoping this playthrough that, so this is just a platform so that it's all the same level, so I don't have to contest with all these hills, is basically what I'm trying to do. So, basically, when I get this leveled off, I'm going to place down some beds, and then I have to place down some farms for food and some of the beginner crafting stuff for the colonists to start working on. But like I said, this is a like completely fresh playthrough, so like I haven't made it too far past getting the starter area made up and started. This is another one of the games that I was thinking about, because this one is you can host it. You can host a multiplayer version on your computer, and I was thinking about doing that. Try to see if anybody had it and wanted to play it. This is another one of those games. And if I remember right, I don't know if this one is on Switch. I'm gonna look. The Steam Deck. I'm gonna go look real quick. Let's see. Oh, cool. No, I don't have infinite items. So you have like an inventory, for like the actual colonist base that you can only access, within a certain distance of the actual base. But it is, I collected all this dirt already, from when I leveled off the hill up there, up top a little bit, where that dark soil is an area that the grass is growing back, but I took all the dirt from right there, and then I'm placing it over here to level it out. Speaking of which, I need to get more. There is for those who just like building and stuff, there is a way to turn that on. But since I don't have any colonists down yet, there's no bad guys that spawn, so it's not very much action right now at nighttime, because usually at nighttime a crap ton of monsters will spawn. And then you have to defend your colony with either yourself or the colonists. You can give them weapons, and they'll defend the place. And it gets pretty. I mean, it isn't like Minecraft where you have like 20 or 30 enemies that are like spawned in a certain area. This game purposely spawns them to attack your to attack your colonists, and they can spawn, I think, a couple hundred enemies at once, and then their difficulty becomes harder the more your threat level is. It gets very interesting, and you can have multiple colonies. So this is like the main one, but you have to set up colonies on different biomes to mine the different resources and to plant the different crops from the game, which is a very big piece of the game. So you have to set one up in the winter biome. Yeah, that's it might be even more than that. I haven't specifically looked up, but when I was playing last time before the game messed up, because I was trying to get all the achievements in the game, and for some reason my save game got deleted, and I don't know, it wasn't an update, it wasn't anything that I'm aware of, and some reason the game file somehow got corrupted, and I couldn't play anymore. So, and I only had like 2 achievements left, I think, which I can show you which ones they were. So if you come into the science tab, this is where your colonist research stuff, but I just had to get this one right here and this one right here, which are like this is like, no, this one right here. This one's like the beginning of the end game stuff. But basically I was building up all the resources to build all of them at once because it gives you a crap ton of threat. And I was trying to get all that. The game, of course, messed up, so let's go in here. So we're gonna need tree cutter. Where do I want to place everything? So I probably want to put the trees over here. If I remember right, this one's a 10 by 10. Okay, yep, and we're gonna just put down one of those, and then we need a lot of berry farms later on, so let's come over to this side and do berry farms. We're gonna need quite a few. I'm actually not gonna put them there. Let's go over here. Okay, see ya. Have a good sleep. 48. There we go. 48. So if you don't have food, the berry fields, the it's up here. It says total meals. I have 20. Yeah, just let me know. Just message me. I'll probably be up. I gotta fix my sleep schedule, so I gotta stay up pretty long. So, but the total meals, if they don't have meals, they will refuse to work. And so if they refuse to work, that means they won't like do their jobs, and they just start getting killed because the enemies will come in and they won't defend themselves or do anything. Like make sure you have plenty of food. And then got beds, got that. So let's go ahead and place these down right here. It is 7:32 a.m. I have the hiccup, sorry. to go grab one of those. I worked a weird shift yesterday, and I came home and fell asleep funny, and I had to fix my sleep schedule by tomorrow. So you can build walls, but so you'll see once I place them down, so they can't go up. They can't go up like double blocks. So if you just build like a 2-high wall for like the starter thing, which I did, they can't get in your base. But if they can't get in your base, then I think it's called siege mode. You get put in siege mode, and basically every colonist will continue to eat food until there's a way to get to that flag. So if there isn't a path to get to this flag, like there isn't right now, but I don't have any colonists to complain about it, it'll switch to siege mode. And then when you get put in siege mode, they'll constantly eat food until there's a path to the flag. So like that's why I was kind of looking at it earlier. But one of the things you can do is something like this. So they can't jump. But you can place like a path like this, and then put like curves and stuff in it. But everybody starts thinking at that point, well, you can just make a super long version of this. Well, once the enemies get further into the game, the enemies become so hard to kill, and there become so many of them, they will still overwhelm you, even though you have like a super long path like this. So there's a very good balance still with the game, even though you can do things like this, which is really, really awesome. So usually I don't make a very long one at the beginning, but yeah, you can just make a wall. And then, whoops, I think I messed that up. Not gonna make it very long right now. Then I usually do that so I can get on the wall. This tab right here. So the tab I'm in, so there's like that dark area and then there's that light area. So that dark area is where enemies can spawn. So like torches or nothing does not help like despawn them. So they just won't spawn inside of that area. So I built a wall to my max build distance that they don't spawn in. And then basically you just set enemies up and they'll path down this right here. So it's pretty nice. But that's why I did this platform and everything, because this is my max build distance until I get colony points and I can increase my banner safe zone size. And it goes up by 5s, and I think the max is 100. So, but it says 500 points, but like the last upgrade for this is like 100 and something thousand colony points, and you have a max cap of colony points. So like right now I'm capped out to 100, and so that you have to raise your cap up with placing things around your base. So there's quite a bit to the game. Like I said, this is like a brand new playthrough, so I'm not really touching very much of it right now. But it is a very in-depth game, and they're still adding to it. This game is I'm gonna go ahead and place down all of them. To recruit colonists, so you come to this tab here. And you just recruit them out of this. But to recruit to fill all jobs. Let's see. What do I need for the first thing? But the need. Sorry, I'm looking at this. Requires 5 beds. So you have. Oh. I'm trying to remember some of the beginning of the game. I don't think I can make the Tinker's Workbench right now. I'm trying to remember some of the different things. Requires planks, requires stone tools, which I cannot make yet. But there's supposed to be, I thought, a Tinker's Workbench. Requires stone rubble, which is just going down to stone. Requires stone tools, requires 5 beds. Oh, it's right here. Stone rubble. So I need stone rubble. So stone rubble. I guess I can go ahead and lay out where I want my mine. So we'll go ahead and come over here. I just got to pay attention because when the sun goes down, enemies... Oh, never mind. We don't have a threat level right now. I don't have to worry about that. So on that right side as well, there's like that threat level indicator. And then when that goes up to 1 or higher is when enemies will spawn. So I'm kind of in like a grace period right now that I don't have enemies that spawn. That's how you get stone rubble. And I'll go ahead and dig down to like copper, I think. Because everything, all the resources are on layers below, below the base. So you just can dig down straight to any of the resources basically that are in the biome you're in. Oh, you just, I usually just do this. Yeah. Yeah, you can add actual stairs so you don't have to jump. Mines are pretty basic because when you actually get the miners, to actually mine in the cave, or in your mine, you just place them on a resource. So when you actually get to the resources, you just place one of the miner jobs on top of it, and then they'll infinitely mine that one resource. There's no limit on what they can mine from one particular resource. So we're getting down to this. So there's copper. And it does not tell you what it is. You kind of have to know what it is by looking at it. So there's going to be copper and clay, which there's clay, on this level. And there's going to be iron and, I think it's just iron in this biome, down further. Okay, so they're all sleeping and there's no enemies spawning, which is good. Go ahead and get that. So we're gonna add a Tinker's Workbench right there since it's close to the beds. And then these guys will, you can still collect it, but you, when you mine it, it destroys it. So basically everything in the game, so like you can't craft anything but this stuff right here. This is all you have to craft. So everything in the game, it's a big management game that you have to basically set all your colonists up to make everything. All you're doing is just managing it. Get to. Yeah, it's all about getting it to the point, because it goes all the way to like artillery shells. Like you can make artillery shells and muskets, and like these are the night watchman jobs that you can place down. But all this gets made, and none of this you make other than this stuff right here. Like not like I don't think you add anything else that you can make. So you can harvest like this crap, but like when you harvest, you're destroying the whole plant, whereas they just pick the berries. So it's like all about getting your colonists to do things for you. Let's see. Let's go ahead and set this to 20. Let's go ahead and set that to 20. And you have different tabs, so if you want to set different workbenches to work on specific things, you can do that as well. And we're gonna need, let's set that to 3. And then let's get this set to 100. And then we don't need any daytime guys right now. Set that to 4, and then there's stone tools. And then when the sun goes, well, the moon goes down. I'll probably just go ahead and recruit them now. But the there's a lot to the game, and the it gets really crazy with the amount of stuff that you end up eventually putting down. So it gets pretty cool, and eventually you don't even have to dig out the area. Like what I did earlier is something you have to do at the beginning, but the digger, it's like a thing where you can select an area you want your workers, your colonists to dig out. So like they like, I'll show you, they'll go to their jobs. So like this is this section right here is this guy's specific job, and he's making berry meals, and this guy's collecting berries. So they'll like switch between making berry meals and collecting the berries off the plants. So it gets it's really cool. And that's what you use for your food at the beginning until you get wheat, and then it goes to like some other stuff. There's a lot of stuff, fish, and you know, a lot. Chickens and chicken meals, and then all the other stuff in the game. But I gotta get the reason I put on 2, which will eventually put down quite a few more, is so I can get through some of that stuff, because these guys, the stone rubble. So I got that one done. Pottery requires clay, so I gotta go down there and manually collect clay to get this pottery unlocked. Stone tools, which they're making right now. So the tools, this is how you get your speed bonuses. So it's useful for 1500 seconds, but it gives them 2 times craft speed. And there's many other things past that. It's just this specific workbench only goes to 2. So it's very nice, and you just have to. Oh, let's go ahead and collect that. So I gotta get 10. Go down one more layer. Actually, yeah, we'll just go down one more layer. And then I'll go ahead and start digging out the area so I can get... geez, your light. Actually, I don't have to, because I think I can just unlock the miners. Okay, I did. Okay. Oh, thanks. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, feel free to check it out later. It's going to be DVR'd, so if you want to come back and watch the rest later if you don't have time to watch it right now. So I do that with most of my streams, so if you ever want to go back and watch any of the previous like playthroughs and any of the other gameplay, they'll be on YouTube. Have a good rest of your day or night. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. And then probably another 20 minutes or 30 minutes after I get a little bit of food in me, I will probably be back on something else. So I'll see you guys here in 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes.